Hey, happy day. Canada, Western Canada, Alberta teachers in the classroom are saying, hey, we got to address all the aggression and the violence that's going on in our schools, and what are we going to do about it? I know. You go up to the bad kid and you smack him alongside of the head. That'll do it. Oh, we can't do that. We have to give him a check and a shirt, right? That's what they do these days. I mean, the system is so messed up. Take a ruler after somebody if he's doing a bad thing. Kids sit in class today, teachers talking about transgender issues, and you got kids screaming and hollering and jumping around. It's almost like Welcome Back Kotter, right? It's not good, and it ain't right. It would be left stuff. I mean, you need to have a little bit of discipline, and that can only come from the teachers, and you need to put people in their place. You can't have little kids doing this kind of stuff. I mean, violence and aggression to other kids, it's not a good thing. So you expel them. Kids can't even fail today in Alberta. You can't. You just go to school. You don't even have to show up, I don't think, and eventually you get to go to graduation. How bad is that? It's really, really bad. Premier Danielle Smith, I'm a fan of hers, but you can always be a little critical of somebody that you like, right? Her thing with guns kind of gets me. She says, we have a strong position on guns, and I'm going to discuss my plans to distance Albertans from federal firearm bans. Well, firstly, of course you should, because a gun is an asset, and a gun has a value, or used to. Right now it has zero value. In Alberta or anywhere else, they're worth nothing. And I know guys that have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of handguns, and now they're worth nothing because handguns have been banned and so on. So she's saying, we're going to look at this. We've got steps that we're going to take. And one of them is we're going to tell municipal governments they're not allowed to participate in the gun law confiscation program, which means, and she said it before, we're not going to help you. We're not going to go and help you pick them up. Well, that's not a plan. That's not a solution. I don't know what that is. That's talk. That's wordage that means absolutely nothing. It means you're not going to help them pick it up. But you're an accessory to the crime. I mean, come on, protect your citizens. She is, though, exploring with Saskatchewan. And Saskatchewan, they got this under control. The CEO there is a friend of mine, Bob, and Bob has done a great job. He's now the commissioner, I guess. And he's done a fantastic job because he's insulated and isolated himself from this Canadian nonsense federally. And Smith hasn't figured out how to do it yet. She needs to get on it and have a plan. She is saying that by January 1 of 2000, retroactive, going back 25 years, you can own, keep, and use guns in the province of Alberta. She doesn't mention handguns, but I hope she does. Do something like that, and I won't criticize you anymore, Danielle. but you have to be stronger than saying we won't help pick them up. It's kind of like, how dare you? You can't come into our province and take assets, property from our citizens. You're not allowed to do that. Go away. Now you have Pierre. I think it's August 18th. He has his by-election, and the thought is he'll be back in the House of Commons. So many people have said, isn't this great? Rah. I'm against that. He lost. Go away. But we gained more seats. Well, so does the Liberals, or did the Liberals, rather. So what are you doing? I mean, you guys continue to lose. So do you think maybe it's your leadership? Could be. He says, elect me when I get to be Prime Minister to be the freest country in the world. Really? I haven't heard from him what his definition of freedom is. I'd like to do that. That doesn't matter. Fact is that you need a fresh face. You need somebody that can win. You need somebody with some charisma. He's got some great ideas, but he's a professional politician and he lost. Bloody go away. And the fellow who's stepping down from his seat has said, I think that I'll come back someday. But the people elected you just recently. How dare you step aside? What are you doing? What's wrong with you? I think that's wrong. Just my opinion. We all have opinions. Hey, what does Alberta need? Alberta needs to separate. Certainly. Alberta needs to be an independent nation. Independence. So there's a website, rightforalberta.com. Check it out, rightforalberta.com. Alberta needs a couple of things. They need a song. It's like they need a song. They really do. And they need it to be a sanctuary province for healthcare and guns, which means that they can do their own thing. But that comes with being your own nation, and that's what they need to be. Lastly, talking about Canada, here is liberalism, stupidism. There's a whole bunch of words that would describe this. This would be the Premier in British Columbia. This is all about government people saying things, that aren't true. It's like the Prime Minister of Canada recently said, I have no problem with pipelines, bring a pipeline through Canada, but the oil has to be, carbon reduced or something, some impossible thing. That's what they say. They always talk like that. Now you have this Premier of British Columbia who's doing the same thing. He's opposed to a pipeline. All of a sudden he's saying, I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed as long as it's privately funded and we, the government, doesn't have to pay for it. I'm not opposed. But here's the thing. A privately funded pipeline is not possible. It's impossible. Why? Because of Bill C-69. It makes it impossible to get through the approval process. It's just impossible. So much red tape. Plus, there's a federal tanker ban which prohibits large oil tankers from operating on almost the entire north coast in British Columbia. And now the Premier wants to sound reasonable. You know, I'm in favor of the pipeline. That's like me saying to you, you can have my car. Oh, but I'm taking the tires off. I'm going to keep the keys and there's no gas in it. I mean, come on already. That's how they talk. Dumb as forever. Hey, you always got to remember, vote right, rightly, I say. See ya.